Hello everybody and welcome back to Asagao Academy. When last we left off we were after the festival, and I think it's the day after the festival, and lunch was happening. Yay! Sorry, it's been a little while since I've recorded this, so I have really no recollection of what actually happened, but I know it's after the festival, so we'll see what happens. That's strange. Nobody was at the normal boots table. I forgot to read that, sorry about that. It's fine, let's just grab our own table today. They probably had a secret club meeting or something. Together we moved to an empty table in the back of the cafeteria. Sitting there, eating my mushy pea and miso soup, a memory suddenly flashed in my mind. Oh, Mai, don't you remember eating here before? Yeah, back in the very beginning of the school year, before Paul got ice cream all over me and we joined the normal boots table. She set her chopsticks down and stroked her chin thoughtfully. Now that you mention it, yeah, you're right. Wow, things have totally changed since then. Yeah, I used to not have any friends and I was so scared. You might not have known this, but it was the same way for me back then.
Really?
Really? I was never really popular, you might say, with the girls here. They found me pretty annoying. Most of my friends I was never really close to. But look at us now. Not only are we best friends, but we've also got an even larger group of great friends. Yeah. Thanks, Hana. What? If it wasn't for you getting ice cream smushed all over you, I'd still be in the same boat I was in last year. You're welcome. A burst of chatter brought our attention to the front of the cafeteria. Oh, there they are. The normal boots men were strolling through the room. Mai and I started gathering our things, intending to join them at the usual table, but they walked right past us and continued on to ours. Looks like they're joining us here. We moved over a dozen or so seats to make room for them, but when they reached our table, they stood around it. No one said a word. Aren't you, going to sit? PPG shifted uncomfortably. There's something we need to talk to you about. You took them, didn't you? Huh? Pardon? The boots. You've taken the golden boots. No, we didn't take them. What's going on? The statue of the boots has been stolen. I know grammar. No, not the boots. You guys practically worship that thing. We do worship it. What? That's awful, but why are you guys being so weird? You were looking at the boots the other day. Small silence followed. So? I think you know what I'm implying. I don't know though. Hana and Mai? I never would have thought they could do it. You can never trust pink-haired girls. My heart sunk. But Hana's so harmless. Especially when compared to Mai.
What?
What was that? Nothing. Come on, guys, you don't really think we did it, do you? They shifted uncomfortably. PPG looked away. Nick and Josh busied themselves in making faces at one another. I think it was Miss Shizuka. She drunk off her ass, and she's like, ooh, shoes, and yeah. I blame her. Do you? I looked at Satch. Surely he would know that I couldn't have done it. I spent the night at the festival with Satch. I was with him. There was no way I could have done it. Satch was avoiding my eyes, squinting at something on the wall. Satch? Well, you did leave early to do something. To take care of Oscar. Who leaves a date early to look after a fish? Exactly. You've got to be kidding me, I'm innocent.
It's not my fault.
So am I. Aren't you guys our friends? We thought you were ours. Look, it might be better if we calm down and return to this later, okay? But it was too late. Shane left the club back to their own table, where they buried their heads together in a whispered conversation. I can't believe this.
Oh, no.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. If I had stolen the key to look at the boots, they wouldn't have suspected us. I looked at Mai, suddenly feeling like I was seeing her for the first time. Whoa, that's full screen. Hold on. Back up. You didn't steal them, right?
What?
What? Like you said, you did steal the key. You said you had sticky fingers, so...
I can't believe this.
How could you say something like that to me? Don't you trust me at all? I can't even... She gathered up her things. But it's only logical. I just want a straight answer. It's not...
It's not my fault.
No, of course I didn't take them. Are you kidding me? You think I would do something to hurt any of my friends? Not to mention Jared?
This is so stupid.
I'm leaving. Have fun by yourself. She stormed off, shutting the cafeteria door with a bang. How did this happen? In a matter of minutes, I not only lost all the new friends I made, but any chance to join the Normal Boots Club. But I also lost my best friend. And the person I'd been rooming with all year. I stared at my food. Suddenly, I wasn't hungry anymore. The chatter of the lunchroom grew louder and louder until it seemed unbearable. I had to get out of there. Shoving away my tray, I got up and headed out of the cafeteria, away from all the people and to my only sanctuary, my room. I stood trembling in the doorway of our room. Thankfully, Mai wasn't there. I glanced out the window. Class would be starting soon, and students who ate on the lawn trickled back to their respective classrooms. I would miss class, but I didn't care. Doesn't that music sound like from Final Fantasy VIII? Like, I think when you were in Blam Garden? That just sounds so familiar. I never noticed it till now. How could this have happened? I sat on the side of my bed. I thought I was finally fitting in somewhere. I thought I'd finally made friends. But I lost it all in a matter of seconds. This was so stupid. The room blurred as I started to cry. This was so stupid. Why didn't we go to look at the boots without asking? Now everyone thought we were... I heaved a sob, not bothering to try to keep quiet. Everyone was at class now anyways. Hana? I jumped. Satch poked his head around my door. The door I forgot to lock. What are you doing here? I hastily wiped my cheeks on the arm of my blazer, but it was too late. I could tell from the expression on Satch's face that he knew I was crying. He crept into the middle of the room, not moving any closer to me. I don't think you did it. You don't? No, the Hana I know would never hurt another person. And she would never take something that didn't belong to her. She's too kind to do something like that. Tears rolled down my cheeks again. Satch. I don't think Mai did it either. But concrete proof is needed before I can clear your names. Even though it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, it hardly ever works that way. Not when it comes to people's hearts.
Satch.
Oh, Satch. I'm gonna try and figure out who did this, okay? I nodded. Until then, it's probably best for you and Mai to lay low. I'll handle this. But... Satch shook his head. I mean it. I'll take care of this. Thank you, Satch. He nodded. He took a step towards me, reaching out as though he wanted to pat me on the shoulder, but seemed to think better of it. I'll see you around. With that, he left. I sat quietly on my bed, thinking over what happened. He said he believed us to be innocent, but I'd never seen him so stiff and formal. He seemed 1,000 miles away from me. I thought of the fun we had at the flower festival, how we laughed and shared food and hugged. As much as he said he didn't believe it, some part of him didn't trust me. Even Satch was doubting my character, albeit in the most logical way possible. Grief throttled my heart. I wanted to get to know him better, but it seemed like there was no chance for that now. Everything was too much. I was so tired. I lay down against my bed and closed my sore eyes. They were going to be swollen. Just like that, I fell asleep. Well then, I still think it's only chapter 2. Good lord, how long is this game? I sat up, momentarily disoriented.
Good morning.
Good morning!
Hey.
Hey. I must have fallen asleep. Now the room was lit with a warm orange glow, the sun just starting to set. It was happy and calm. It eased my mood slightly as I smiled at Mai. She avoided my eyes, instead marching over to her desk. With a brisk movement, she shoved a stack of papers and books to the floor. Then she yanked out each of one of her drawers and one by one dumped them over her desk. Pencils, plush toys, erasers that looked like little bits of food, and a surprising number of keys piled under the smooth white wood. Oh, hey! That's my Turby pen. That's where it got off to. Mai grabbed the pen and handed it to me without even looking at me. She stared at her desk for a few seconds, seemingly thinking. Then she began to pick through the pieces, sorting them size by size and color. Her hands moved frantically, moving above the piles even when she had nothing in her hands. Hey, Mai? Her foot tapped incessantly against the floor. She tilted her head towards me, but didn't respond. She took a few seconds to realize that I was the reason she was acting this way. Shame crept up her shoulders as I pieced together what happened just before I fell asleep. Stress or no stress, that was no way to treat my friend. I was definitely in the wrong here. Time to own up. I'm sorry about today, that I accused you. I didn't mean to. I don't think you did it. I believe that you didn't do it. I mean, I trust you. I shouldn't have attacked you just because I was afraid. I was scapegoating. I was really wrong. Her constant movement stopped. She sat back slightly, then her shoulders heaved as she took a deep breath. Thank you. She returned to her pens and papers, but this time she was more calm and started actually putting stuff back into her drawers. I turned away from her. Needing something to cuddle, I grabbed Mr. Bunny and snuggled into his fur. I was wrong of me to accuse her. It definitely was, but at the same time, when I did, how could she say something like that to me? She got so mad even leaving the room. In a situation like that, it would be normal to ask who did it. I wasn't entirely sure her reaction was warranted. She was so defensive about it. As much as I'd rather not acknowledge it, it was suspicious. But Mai was my friend. She said she didn't do it, so I should trust her, right? Did trust mean I had to believe someone even when there was evidence to the contrary? Oh. Satch came by. He also thinks we didn't do it, and he's gonna try to figure out who took the boots. Mai stopped sorting her stuff again, seemingly struck. Really? There's no need for him to do that. Why would he go so far for us? Satch is such a good person. He really is. He wants us to lay low while he looks for evidence. That's fine. I don't feel like parading around right now anyways. As the sun faded slowly from view, the stillness in our room began to irk me. By the way, if there's like car sounds in the background, I greatly apologize. I can't hear them that well, but you know. I didn't want to leave the room, not after what happened today, but inside our dorm, it was insulated, stuffy. Even though time clearly passed, I was caught in a standstill. Satch was trying to save us. There wasn't any reason for him to do such a thing. We went to the flower festival together, sure, but what happened there was nowhere near justification for him to stick his neck out for us. He'd known us, a month? And he was fighting against friends he had known for who knows how long. Who knows how long. I didn't even know that about him, did I? Yet, now that I thought about it, he saved my neck with the overdue book, too. He put his job on the line and never told me. He probably wouldn't have ever let me know, either. He took on so much for other people and hardly ever talked about it. Why? Just because he thought it was right? And here I was, sitting in my room like a fearful child, cuddling a rabbit. I didn't think he was wrong that we should lay low. It looked pretty suspicious for me to be meddling around now, but I couldn't just sit here and do nothing. Some library books have gone missing. Oh, that's it. I could help him find those library books. Working at the library was what helped him pay to go to Asagao after all. It'd be really bad if he got in trouble or even got fired. Granted, it wasn't his fault. It was probably the librarian's, but she was the one with the power. And he wouldn't have time to find them if he was trying to clear my name. Of course, he never let me do it if he knew that I was helping him, so I just wouldn't mention it. Knowing that there was still something I could do to help someone who was himself so helpful made me feel tons better. Hey, do you want to work on that geography homework together? I'm never good at remembering where the Mushroom Kingdom is. Mai snapped out of her stupor with a jolt. Huh? Oh, sure. With a renewed sense of purpose, Mai and I got to work. Things wouldn't stay like this for long. It was just a matter of time before it blew over. And I think something that might be the next day, that might be the current day, I have no idea, but we'll figure out what it is and what's going on next time. I hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. Sorry for the slight hiatus in it. I didn't really get the chance to record that much after we returned from Retropalooza. But, we're back into the swing of things, and I think the way it looks, I'm, around the halfway mark of finishing this game. So I'm really curious what more it has to offer. So hope you guys are enjoying it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And as always, I'm TC Robson. Stay obsessed.